What is a VPN? VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, and that describes the opportunity to establish a protected network connection when using public networks. VPN encrypts your internet traffic and disguises your online identity. This makes it more difficult for third parties to track your activities online and steal data. The encryption takes place in real time. Basically, after a VPN tunnel is established, your device sends out encrypted information, like the website you want to visit, to the VPN server. The VPN server decrypts it and forwards the information to the designated web server. It also hides your real IP address before sending the data out. So instead of your actual IP address assigned to you by your internet service provider, you will appear to have the IP address of the VPN server you are connected to. When the web server responds, the VPN server encrypts the data and sends it to you through your ISP. Your VPN client will then decrypt the data once it reaches your device, and your applications will make it available to you in the form that you can understand and that serves your purpose. Let's break this down. Your ISP or internet service provider usually sets up your connection when you connect to the internet. It tracks you via an IP address. Your network traffic is routed through your ISP service, which can log and display everything you do online. Your ISP may seem trustworthy, but it may share your browsing history with advertisers, the police or government, and other third parties. Even if they won't do any of that, ISPs can also fall victim to attacks by cyber criminals. If they are hacked, your personal and private data can be compromised, and there's no putting the lid back on. This is especially so if you regularly connect to public Wi-Fi networks like in restaurants, hotels, airports, and others like them. You never know who might be monitoring your internet traffic and what they might want to steal from you, including passwords, personal data, payment information, or even your entire identity. A VPN hides your IP address by letting the network redirect it through a specially configured remote server run by a VPN host. So your network traffic is now routed through this VPN server. This means that if you surf online with a VPN, the VPN server becomes the source of your data. That also means your internet service provider and other third parties cannot see which website you visit or what data you send and receive online. It would be safe to say that a VPN works like a filter that turns all your data into gibberish. Even if someone were to get their hands on your data, it would be useless. Of course, if this VPN server is one that retains packet logs, then it becomes capable of same monitoring and possible data compromise that has now left the hands of your ISP. Which is why it is not just enough to connect to a VPN service provider, you need to also know what their login policy is and what authorities they are answerable to in their respective regions. However, because most VPN servers always have hundreds to thousands of active users at a time, narrowing down an online activity to a particular user does not happen in same timely fashion as it would if your ISP was the one interested in tracking your activity up to a given time in the absence of a VPN. There are many different VPN types, but in this course, we'll focus on consumer VPN, which is by far the most common and which people employ to protect privacy on public Wi-Fi, browse anonymously, access restricted sites, access better entertainment, avoid bandwidth throttling, and many more areas of interest.